I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I've listened to most of the masculine shows you can imagine. Not a single time has this ever been discussed in front of me. There was this like one guy, he got into the 70s, they did like a video on him, and he was just alone in this retirement home, and then his family managed to get a lot of his friends from his platoon from back in the day, you know, from across town to come in and spend time. They hadn't seen each other in like 30 plus years. They broke down crying. And it's like, y'all live in the same city. 30 years, you know? And I'll hear grown men tell me, like, I ain't got much friends, to be honest with you. Like, but I haven't seen them in years. Do you make efforts to call? Do you make efforts to set up plans? And also, do they reciprocate? Men are very receptive, generally speaking, when you show them love and, you know, affection, not in an overly done way, and not in a forced way. In my experience, men rarely prioritize their friendships that deeply. After work is done and folks go on to live on their separate lives, especially if they don't have a point in common like the military or work or stuff like that, a lot of people will neglect their friendships on the male side. Men are really funny like this, right? We would die for somebody, but if you ask us to make a call every week, we just can't do it. And they sometimes push it aside like it's not important, but it's everything. To me, there's a juxtaposition between saying you care about something or you care about your friends, but you can't do the little labor you need to. You can spend every day playing video games after work or like chilling at home doing nothing, but y'all can't make efforts to catch a game together, can't make efforts to take a walk. I don't know. I think it's a question worth asking yourself if you're watching. If you really care about your friends, how many efforts have you made to check in on them even semi-regularly? We talk about how men don't talk. We talk about how men struggle with a lot of this stuff, but how often do we make an effort to show up for the men in our lives? I ask the question. I don't think it happens. And if you do, hey man, salute to you if you're one of them. But I think that's the minority. And if you tell me it's not that important, I don't know how you can tell me you care about something, but don't think you have to invest in it on a regular basis. I don't know anything in life that works that way. Care about your health? Gotta invest it on a regular basis. Care about your finance? Gotta invest it in on a regular basis. In my head, I'm like, yo, how come nobody tells you? How come nobody talks about the little labor you have to do for your friends over years? And I say this with all the love in my heart. I want you guys to have it. I know so many people who say, I got no friends, this and that. It's like, okay, I understand that. Are you doing those things? And if you're the person who is and you get rejected a lot, hey, let me tell you, you need to find people who are going to reciprocate, because it's not fair, and I understand that kills that bit of inside of you.